Now we're ready to apply an image to our sky object, and I demonstrated the general process in the previous video. So first of all, I went on the internet and I got this image of a sky, and I renamed it skysnowman.jpg. The dimensions of this thing are 1277 by 600 pixels, so find something relatively large. And I would find something that has, like an open airiness to it, and maybe something that shows like this goes from large clouds to a flat horizon. Might be the easiest to work with if you find something with a flat horizon. That being said, you can use any kind of sky you want to for your project. So let's go back to Cinema 4D. We're going to put the image on the sky texture that we made, or the sky material that we made a long time ago. We called it SkyText, and so double click on the material to open it up. Make sure the color channel is enabled. Next to the word texture, hit the drop down menu and you're going to load image just like we did in the demo. Navigate to the sky image that you saved in a known location and click open. And this is normal. This image is not in the project search path. Do you want to create a copy at the project location? Say yes. And if I go into Finder and look in my project folder, you'll see Cinema 4D has now made a text folder and placed the image in it. So this is normal life. Cinema 4D will create folders within your project folder to keep the project organized. I don't know if I mentioned this yet in the series or not, but the Cinema 4D also created this ILLUM, I don't know how to pronounce that, file. That's when we put the global illumination in there, and this is a file which has some direct control on the global illumination in the project. So anyway, that's that. Let's go back to C4D here. Okay, so I applied the image to my material. 9 times out of 10, when we render this, it's going to look really weird because it depends on the size of the resolution of the image and the type of object you're applying it to. So let's just render this and see what happens. And again, it did turn out looking strange. So this like very strange, like corrugated texture, that tells me that the image, it seems like it's blown up very, very large onto the object. So I got to adjust the size of this thing. So over in the object manager, here's our sky object, and here's the tag, the texture tag. Click on that. Down in the attribute manager, make sure that tag tab is enabled, and I showed this in the last video. We have to play around with these two parameters, length U and length V. So this is in essence the X and Y values as it's covering the surface. So we have to keep these numbers identical, okay, or else it'll stretch the object, and I'll show you what I mean. So just to get started here, let's try 50 for length, and let's try 50 for U. And I'm already getting something that looks halfway normal here on the screen. So let's see what happens here. And it's still, well, first of all, yeah, I'm going to like adjust the image so I don't see this green horizon in the background, of course. But I'm looking here at the clouds, and they look really, really pixelated and blurry. So that tells me that I'm going to have to reduce length U and length V a lot. Well, I'm going to do it by half. I'm going to go 25. In fact, let me show you what happens when I just decrease one value. Let me hit return and then do a render. It should have distorted it. and it did. If you look closely at the image, it like it's the effect of squeezing it together, and that's so you want to keep length U and length V the same values. I'm going to put mine at 25 and 25, and I think that should work. Okay, let me see here. Okay, now I'm looking at the resolution of the clouds and the size of the clouds compared to my figures, and it looks good, so I'm happy with that. Now I have to address this issue of, this green, so I have to shift this somehow and shift it up and down. So I'm going to have to adjust offset V, and I don't know if I have to go up or down yet. So let me increase the value of offset V, and sure enough, I'll like back up. I'm going to increase it one tick at a time, and you can see how the image is moving, down. Okay, so whoops, and there now it's repeating there. Okay, because I only have so much to work with here. So let me just move it down, just so I don't have to see that. I don't want to see the green anymore. For this, I got offset V at 3%. Just so you know, so if I start moving offset U, it shifts back and forth. Okay, that makes sense, right? Let me do render. And that looks cool. I'm going to shift it up a little bit more, just because I think it looks, well, then I'm getting green over here, so there. Okay, so that's that. Just do your best. Apply sky, and then see what you can do with it. And in the next video, I see we're going to have to do some adjustments on the colors, and we have to address this gaping gap here, which I've left there for a long time. So see you in the next video.